welcome to At Home with Music. I'm coming to you from my sister's house in Southern California, and it certainly is a lovely spring day here. And my original plan was to go and record this outside, but it's so sunny and so bright that I was squinting at the camera like this, and so I decided to come in here to this little back house that my sister has and record the video in here. I'm here in California spending some time with my dad. You may remember him from my video titled Dad Wants a Drum Set for his 95th birthday. And that video was partially filmed right here at my sister's house in the backyard. Thought I'd come out here and show you a little bit of my sister's backyard. This is where the video of me and my father playing music together was shot back in August of 2024. So let's see, I'll turn the camera around here. So right now the backyard is in a state of being repaired and cleaned up. My brother-in-law is going to build a work shed out here. But this is where my dad and I were playing music together, right up against that brick wall. And so if you go back and take a look at that video, you might recognize where we were. But as you can see, my sister has a house that is just uniquely suited for big gatherings. She's got this huge patio where she has tables and she'll set up these tents to shelter people. We've had some wonderful gatherings. We celebrated my dad's 90th birthday out here. We celebrated his 95th birthday. And sadly, we've had memorial services for a couple of my siblings that sadly have passed on ahead of me, younger siblings. But nevertheless, this backyard has been the site of many great gatherings, and several times I've gotten the opportunity to sit right here in this spot and play music. And this is the back house in my sister's property. She has a separate house here in the back where I'm staying for these 2 weeks. So anyway, just thought I'd give you a quick tour of where I am. Dad was also featured in a video where he talked about how I got started in music and some of the things he did that brought about my desire to devote myself to music. So I'll leave the links for those videos in case you want to take a look at them. Here's a quote I recently shared in a short video. When you play, never mind who listens to you. That's from the great composer Robert Schumann. This quote is, I believe, a powerful reminder that music making can be an act of personal expression, free from the constraints of external judgment or approval. I hope that what Schumann said encourages you to focus on the joy and authenticity of playing music rather than being consumed by the fear of criticism or the need to impress an audience. So at this point, I would ask you, what is your motivation for playing music? Now, in my communications with many of you who watch my videos, I find that the majority of you want to play music strictly for your own enjoyment. And I think that is wonderful. Now, certainly, you can find tremendous satisfaction in listening to great music, and I would certainly encourage you to do that. I can point you to some great things to listen to. But there's nothing quite like creating beautiful music yourself, making beautiful sounds on your keyboard or your guitar or whatever instrument you decide to play, or even making beautiful music with your voice. That's an instrument that we all possess. I've known many musicians, especially students and performers, who have struggled with performance anxiety or self-consciousness. Now, if you spend your practice time worrying about how others perceive your playing, that can stifle your creativity, your spontaneity, and your emotional connection with the music. Now, Schumann a composer deeply invested in artistic integrity and personal expression. He suggests that true artistry flourishes when you play for the sake of the music itself. You know, it pleases me to no end to learn that many of you want to learn to play simply for your own enjoyment. And of course, there are some of you who want to go on and play for your friends and for your loved ones. But even that does not necessarily create a sense of anxiety or self-consciousness. After all, family can be very forgiving when they hear you play. They're just excited to hear you play. This mindset of focusing on the sheer joy of playing for your own enjoyment, well, that's especially valuable for piano students. Whether you're a beginner or a self-taught learner, you're learning to play from using my videos, maybe you're returning to the piano after a long break. Well, when you remember what Schumann said, when you play, never mind who listens to you. It reminds you to enjoy the process, to explore your emotions through music, and to play with sincerity rather than perfectionism. When you play for yourself first, the music becomes more alive. And paradoxically, that sincerity often resonates more deeply with an audience than forced perfection ever could. Ultimately, I hope that Schumann's words and my words would encourage you as a learning musician to trust your instincts, embrace imperfection, find fulfillment in the act of playing itself, because music is most powerful when it's played from the heart. I always want to be imparting important information to you on my channel, things that you can learn about music, how music works, things that will help make you a more fluid and expressive player. But more than just imparting information, I want to impart encouragement. I know you can do this. I know there are many of you picking up the instrument after a long time away or starting from scratch, no matter what age you are. I want to encourage you to stick with it and learn the joy of making music just for yourself, just for your own enjoyment. There's nothing like it. So thanks for watching. If you have any questions or comments, please be sure to leave those in the comments section. I hope to do a few more videos while I'm out here in California. It's a beautiful place. I am really enjoying the time that I get to spend with my dad. You know, he's 95 years old, going to be 96 this year in just a few months. And I'm so grateful that he is still with us. He still has all his mental faculties. He loves to tell stories. Maybe I'll even get him on camera for a video and have him talk a little bit more about his great love for music and how that inspired me in my musical career. Oh, by the way, if you want to support my work, you can go to my Patreon page. While I'm here in California, I'm working on new things that I can offer to those of you who choose to support At Home with Music financially. I really appreciate that kind of support. That helps keep me going, helps me to create more videos like this that I hope can be of great help to you and encouragement. Thank you again, and I look forward to speaking to you in the next one.